All right, what up out there, YouTube heads? Travel Wilf's in the building. So today we're going to talk about you are looking at the first human on Earth. You are looking at the first human being on Earth. Get a close look. You get a close look. Okay. The first humans on Earth had dark skin. They're what would be identified today as black people. But in reality, we'll talk about this in another video. Hue, and man, hue actually means black. Well, means person of dark skin, you know. We'll get to that in another video. But anyway, here's what you didn't know about the origins of the first humans. They look like this. They look like me. All right? And we're going to do a deep dive into some fascinating history, touching on both the origins of humanity and the first humans to work the earth. We didn't come from caves, we didn't come from apes. That is a European dogma that is incorrect. I don't even know where they got that from. I don't even know how they developed that. I guess they scientifically applied the observation too strong. Like they said, hey, those creatures look like us. They similar, they're different, species, but they look like us. They have live births, and so we must come from them. But that's not true. That's not true. So this might just well, I hope that this changes the way you think about history of humanity. So let's get started. Now, you probably heard some version of how modern humans evolved, like I just explained to you, but did you not know that the very first humans on Earth had dark skin? And no, they did not come from apes, chimpanzees, or monkeys, and no, they did not live in caves. That is European dogma. European dogma. Let me say that again. European dogma. Okay? But the very foundation of humanity, fire, the wheel, farming, medicine, all invented by humans who were what we call black today. Black humans made everything. First things first, let's talk about the origin of humans. According to science, humans, or more specifically, Homo sapiens, our species, first appeared in what is now known as Africa around 200,000 to 300,000 years ago. I think it's longer than that. And these early humans were part of the first wave of our species. And every one of them had dark skin. Every one of them had dark skin. Every human being had dark skin. Okay? Why dark skin? Well, that was the evolution in response to the sun's ultraviolet radiation, especially in the continent currently known as Africa, which is located near the equator. And the melanin in dark skin serves as a natural protection against UV radiation, helping early humans avoid skin damage and other health issues like sunburn or even skin cancer. But that's just one part of the puzzle. All right. Now we know the birthplace of humanity is in the continent currently known as Africa. And it's crucial to understanding the story of human origins. Genetic evidence has shown that all modern humans can trace their ancestry back to populations from the continent of Africa. If you look at mitochondrial DNA, which is passed down maternally, you will see that the oldest genetic lineage are found in populations in the continent of Africa. And this suggests that the continent of Africa is the cradle of humanity. All right? Our early ancestors were hunter gatherers living in small groups, and they survived through their close relationship with nature. This idea that humans with dark skin were the first on Earth isn't just based on speculation. The first fossil found were in Ethiopia, which date back to around 195,000 years. Okay? And here's something really important. Even though the skin of early humans was dark, their world wasn't just about survival against the sun. Their dark skin symbolized something much deeper, a connection to the earth. Across many cultures in the continent of Africa, Earth has been revered not just as a physical landmass, but as a spiritual entity, often referred to as Mother Earth. And it's no coincidence that the first humans, with their deep connection to the land, came from a continent where the earth was viewed as a nurturing and sacred force. All right? So understand, right, what we embody. The start of humanity. I was watching the new Gladiator, and Denzel Washington plays a Roman citizen. And again, you got to understand. The Romans, you got to understand, okay? The Romans were black people. Because if you go off of European dogma, the whole evolution of people moving out of one climate into another climate, and suddenly their skin changes, guess what? Rome is not further enough. Greece, which comes before Rome, guess what? Greece is not further enough. But due to systemic racism in Hollywood and prejudice, right? Due to systemic racism in Hollywood and prejudice, the people of this region were never represented as they should be. So that propaganda that the Romans were all Caucasian is bullshit. Alexander the Great Caucasian, bullshit. He was most likely Asian, but still possible. But definitely not Caucasian. All right? So when we talk about Earth, the planet itself, it's interesting to note that the name we use today has deep roots in various cultures. In ancient African traditions, Earth was often personified as a goddess or as Mother Earth. The mothership, okay, symbolizing life and growth. In the Yoruba tradition, for instance, Earth is connected to Ocean, the goddess of fertility and rivers. The spiritual reverence shows that the earliest humans were intimately tied to Earth, nurturing a bond that continues in cultures in the continent now known as Africa today. Okay? So, what does this all mean for us today, right? It's Black History Month. They erased Black History Month. They erased the Tuskegee Airmen, right? Well, it's a reminder of the rich and complex history of humanity and the fact that the first humans on Earth, our ancestors, weren't just survivors. They were connected to the very land beneath their feet. And yes, they unequivocally had dark skin, darker than this even, black like my hair. Not as a trait of inferiority, but as a symbol of our resilience. See, Caucasians have taken it and made it, Caucasians have taken the best strength of a human and turned it into a trait of inferiority. That's crazy. It's crazy. Their connection to the land and their place in the broader story of life on Earth is the first humans had dark skin. You're looking at one of the first humans right here. I'm a first human. Very handsome, I must say. Damn, I'm so handsome. All right, guys. That's all I got for today. Thank you for joining me. I hope you found this video insightful. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Let me know in the comments what you think about the history of human origins and how this perspective changes the way you see yourself and you see so-called quote-unquote black people. I like to call us human beings, human being, right? And don't forget, you can send me a Cash App, description in the box below, support the channel. Will I make it to 500 videos this month? We'll see. I'm going for it, though. I'm going for it. But until next time, stay tuned. Peace.